Hello everybody, how are you? In this video I want to discuss why people with depression sometimes resort to suicide as a means of ameliorating their problems, okay? Part of me, if my cadence is off, I'm very tired. I'm really, I suffer from depression myself and I'm very tired right now. I feel like I can't wait to just sleep all day. I've been forcing myself to go out in the sun, but I could, what's it doing for me? Nothing. I don't, uh, I don't get high anymore. Let me rephrase. Let me say that in a different way. I don't get high anymore. Like, meaning like I could party and it wouldn't work. Like, there would be no point. Like, there's no point to getting high, like doing a drug. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, I might get prescribed marijuana to calm down. I don't know. Maybe it might help with the anxiety a little. I don't know. That makes me very tired. That only exacerbate for me anyway. It exacerbates the it exacerbates the depression and the fatigue symptoms. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let me get on with what I had a friend who I'd known for a while, a year. I mean, I couldn't. He wasn't like my best. I feel bad that we never. I used to just see him. Like, we'd come and go. We'd chill. We'd smoke or whatever. Many years ago. And I found out that through a mutual friend that he actually committed suicide. He jumped off a 20-story building, and somebody recorded his dead body and put it on Facebook. Oh my God! I'm thinking, I knew the guy. Like, you sure he didn't fall or something? Like, he didn't seem like the kind of guy who would do something like that. But then again, people suffer in silence. What you see when you're depressed, and this has happened to I'm telling you from personal experience. I'm telling you from like logic. When you feel really depressed, you don't want to get up. You don't want to do anything. Nothing feels good. You develop anhedonia. I have something called anhedonia. Okay, nothing. You have no. You don't feel pleasure. You think, oh my God, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people, and I think, how long? It, if this lasts for like a long time, people are gonna look at me strangely. They're gonna think that I just don't want to talk to them, and they're gonna think, well, I'm diagnosed with depression. Everybody these days is diagnosed with depression, so I don't know. Like, well, I'm diagnosed with depression, and I don't do this. Yeah, and my mother gave birth naturally, so I mean, okay, did you? You know what I mean? Anybody should realize this. So I'm sorry. I mean, look, sorry I sound angry too. I don't even know I don't even know what I sound like now. You know what? But you start to think after a while. You start to feel guilty. See, me, I've learned that when you feel depressed, or you start to feel down, or you're in like you're in that zone where you don't feel you know you don't feel like, well, it is yourself. After a while, the depressed person becomes yourself, and you say, all right, I know it's gonna pass. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna be exercising one day. I'm gonna hear a song I like, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be balanced and regulated again. Okay, but and I know the time it takes for it to happen. Okay, it's almost like knowing your body's rhythms and knowing your schedule. Okay, but when when it goes on for a long time, like a month, 2 months, you start to say, oh my gosh, well, I can't hide this anymore. What am I going to do? And eventually, people are going to think that you're just miserable. People are going to think I don't appreciate them. People are going to think that I'm just, hey, let him do him. Let him do him. It'll be better. And in reality, part of you wants to open up and talk, but they don't get it. They just don't get it, so there's no point. It's like, hey, well, I have depression too, and I'm not doing that, so hey, like they're the template for everyone. So after a while, you start to say, oh my God, I really am not enjoying life anymore. I just watched a program that I usually like. I'm not enjoying it. I'm reading a book I like. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy doing things anymore. I don't enjoy being with people anymore. You know, if this keeps going on, everyone's gonna think that I'm just a sourpuss, and they're just gonna, abandon me anyway, and they're gonna think, and it's not about what they think of you, but it's just like they're gonna think you're disrespecting them, and you feel that you're gonna hurt them by being that way. So maybe if I get out now and I die now, I have an excuse to not want to be around people anymore. I have an excuse to not engage in activity. I have an excuse to not talk. I have an excuse to not, just be a little strange, or just be, or just get me off of people's minds. You know what I mean? Just, because like I said, I do have people who care. I know I do, and I feel like at the end of the day, I'm gonna let them down. At the end of the day, because look, I'm not saying I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm not saying that, but I just want to say this is why I feel people do it. Okay, they feel like that guilt. They start to say it's not going away, and they panic. Because I know, like right now, I'm experiencing this is lasting longer than it usually does. All right, this is like really lasting longer. Like I'm trying to think of like positive childhood memories, but then they get mixed up with the bad ones. You know what I mean? And I'm just at the point where like I don't know. I just don't know. See, I feel like even calling this video, why do people commit suicide, or why depressed people commit suicide, is wrong, because I'm talking about just myself in this video. I mean, hey, it's my channel, right? I could vent, right? But that's what I feel happens. I feel like, why would this guy do that? He probably was known for being lively. He was known for being up, and I knew him, all right? He was known, but when you get to that point where you don't have that anymore, and you're just like a face in the crowd, and you're just, if anything, you're bringing people down with your problems, talking to them, and you're like, okay, I gotta get away, because people are gonna think I'm just miserable. Like, there's times I've talked to people on Facebook, I've written how I felt, and they said, hey man, you're making me depressed. You're bringing me down. Like, people told me you're bringing me down. I don't want to hear you're making me depressed, man. It's sad. Your life is sad. And it's just like, that's what I feel like with this channel. It's just, I think I might have made a mistake in making this channel, because people who do know me are going to, just look at it and be depressed. People who don't know me, at least maybe you'll have a case study and you'll see, hey, this is depression, everybody. This is depression. I know I was supposed to make it about living in a nursing home, but I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. I have ADD as well, comorbid with all my other symptoms. You know what? Thank you for watching. I think I might say something else, and then I can't wait for my head to hit the pillow. That's what I'm gonna do. I feel like if I express it, and as a record of it, at least one day if something does happen, forever, if I go to sleep and I die of a broken heart, at least people will know why. And I haven't even scratched the surface of everything that's happened to me yet. All right, so everybody, thanks for watching.